Namaste and welcome. I'm Pratim Ranjan Bose and you're watching my podcast, Perspective. In this episode, I'll discuss why the world must unite in protecting religious minorities in Bangladesh. Here is a rider. I'm biased about this subject. The Indian Foreign Secretary has just completed his first visit to Dhaka on December 9. He reiterated India's concern about the safety of minorities. After the Foreign Secretary's meeting, Bangladeshi Foreign Secretary Mohammad Jasimuddin told their media that he requested the Indian side to stay away from minority issues. I quote, "We emphasized that people of all religions in Bangladesh can freely exercise their faith. We said this is our internal issue and it is not appropriate for any other country to interfere in our internal issues." Jasimuddin is quoted by the Daily Star in Dhaka. Bangladeshi Foreign Office is just half true. For 50 years, they are persecuting Hindus and other religious minorities with impunity. Census reports show Hindu population remaining stagnant since 1974 headcount. Persecuted minorities take refuge in India. Hindus are not alone. Larger chunk of Buddhist chakmas were forced out of Chittagong hill tracts. Minorities are common targets during all social and political instability or tension in Bangladesh, and 2024 is no exception. Over the last 4 months of Dr. Muhammad Yunus's rule, there has been umpteen incidents of atrocities on minorities. The latest one is now going on with administrative support at Chittagong. It is the largest base of Hindus. Such atrocities must end, and right now. Leaving Pakistan apart, the Bangladeshi situation has no comparison with minority issues anywhere in the democratic world. In India, there are Muslim parties and parties with very prominent Muslim leaders who dictate terms in Indian politics. There is no such political space in Bangladesh. Beaten and bruised, Bangladeshi Hindus tried to unite for the first time in history in 2024. They claimed their right to stay in their homeland with dignity. The leadership came from the strongest Hindu base of Chittagong. Vaishnavite Hindu monk Chinmay Krishna Prabhu agreed to lead. He united voices for political and human rights of minorities. He held 2 rallies in Chittagong and Rangpur in North Bangladesh. Both were attended by Hindus in lakhs. He was supposed to hold 2 more rallies, but the Yunus administration did not give him a chance. They arrested him on flimsy grounds. Police arrested Chinmay Prabhu on November 25 based on complaints by an individual accusing Chinmay of disrespecting the national flag. Since then, at least 4 cases were slapped on the Hindu monk and his supporters. He was accused of the murder of an advocate during his production to court. Since ouster of Hasina, Bangladesh made it a practice to slap murder charges on anyone and everyone. Thousands, including many journalists, are accused in murder cases. Each murder case has hundreds of unknown accused. meaning police will add names at convenience. The same design was followed with Chinmay. Dominant majority of the accused are Hindus. And then there are unnamed or unidentified persons. These names will be filled up mostly by Hindus. Dozens and dozens of Hindu advocates are already accused. Everything is done to suppress the voice of the minorities. Socially, administration-backed mob torched Hindu houses. Lower caste Hindus, who are the strongest supporters of Chinmay, are worst affected. Hindu men and women are not allowed to move free in Chittagong. Police checks their mobile. Arrests became commonplace. Even advocates are not spared from organized attacks. Hindu advocates were physically harmed. Their chambers were ransacked. There are videos of public threats issued against advocates to prevent them representing Chinmay. The monk was deprived of legal representation on his last court appearance and is sent back to jail. These are orchestrated attacks and moves done with a purpose and full administrative backing. If Hindu voices can be suppressed in Chittagong, the rest of the communities scattered around across the country will not dare to speak. And remember, Hindus are a sizable minority of close to 8%. The micro-minorities of Christians, Buddhists, etc. are easy to silence. On this Human Rights Day, let us unite in support of Hindus and other minorities in Bangladesh. Let us demand for immediate release of Chinmay Krishna Das and his acquittal from cases of sedition and murder. Let me remind, Dr. Yunus assumed office as chief advisor on August 8. In 4 months, Bangladeshi courts dropped dozens of cases against him and his associates or political allies like Khaleda Zia and Tariq Zia of BNP. If I can remember well, 5 cases against Yunus are dropped, 5 cases against Khaleda Zia are dropped, 5 cases. These are all, Khaleda Zia cases. There are some sentenced cases. 2 sentenced cases against Tariq Zia are dropped. The political influence on courts is visible either in fabricating charges or dropping them. Thank you for watching Perspective. फिर मिलेंगे.